Warm welcome to our community, Vikram sir. And as I said, I want to thank you for the third time for taking some time out for all of us. Uh, you are talking to our community members today, and as you have already been informed, last year, 11 people from this community made it to IIMA PGPX program, and 9 of them are currently a part of the program. 2 of them got into ISB as well, so they went to ISB. Last year also, we had 4 or 5 people, if I remember correctly, and 2 of them rejected ISP to join IIM Ahmedabad, and ultimately 3 of them were a part of the program. So, before we proceed, sir, I would request you to introduce yourself for everyone who is present here in the call.
Thank you, Anshul, and thanks once again for inviting me over. It's nice to know that people who have trained under you have successfully made it to a lot of good colleges across, and we are also happy to have people trained by you. A warm welcome to all the audience as well. Thanks for being here today on a Saturday evening and giving us your weekend. My name is Vikram Goyal. I head the PGPX 1-year MBA program at IIM Ahmedabad. And I handle the entire student life cycle, all the way from admissions to convocation. So, which also includes the academic administration as well. So I'm here to answer any questions, and I leave it to Anshul on taking this forward. So thank you once again.
Thank you, sir. Before we proceed, I just wanted to inform about our group members. So these are total 11 people who I was talking about. Out of them, except Rashri and Shivani Saraugi, all of them are currently a part of your program. Swati got the 25% scholarship, entry scholarship, and just a big coincidence, Swati also happens to be my closest friend from college. Uh,
Okay.
yes. The only difference is that I did my MBA immediately after graduating from ISP within 2 years, and she took some time. And when she decided, she chose IIM Ahmedabad, and IIM Ahmedabad opened her, oh, sorry, invited her with open arms with a great scholarship as well. So
Yes.
again, expecting a lot of great outcomes for all 9 of us from the program as well, and all of them are very happy and can't stop praising the program and the things that they're learning. So, sir, before we actually deep dive into the program and the questions that we have, you mentioned that you also have a presentation. So, if you want to present, feel free to present the same, and then we can move to the Q&A part.
Okay, sure. So just give me a sec before
Sure.
I open my presentation. Just give me a minute. Just a minute. My system is downloading the file.
No problem. Sir, while it is doing the same, can we proceed with some of the questions that we have?
Sure. In fact, I'm almost done. So
Okay,
let's
no
let's
problem.
just go through that. So what we'll do, Anshul, is I have a presentation which is a bit lengthy. Okay, so
Okay.
I would be interested more in answering a lot of questions
Sure.
which your team has. So
Yes.
let me quickly run through it. It's
Sure.
technically a half an hour PPT, but I'll just take about 10 minutes
That
and touch
works, sir.
upon the crucial points.
That
Okay,
works.
which I
That
think
works.
which will help for to everyone. Can you make me the host?
Yes, I am doing the same. Just allow me a minute. Yes.
Okay, fantastic. Is my screen visible?
Yes, sir. It's visible now.
All right, so welcome everyone to this quick presentation, which I'll take you through. I will quickly touch upon a few points, a little bit about the institute, the history, not deep diving much into it. And then I'll talk about the student life on campus, a little bit about the pedagogical framework over here that we have at IIM Ahmedabad, the admission process, some important date timelines also for you to take note. And so with that, I will start off, just mentioned. So IIMA is almost 6 decades old now, about 60 years now in its existence. We started with executive education in 61, and the 2 year MBA was started in 64. The 1 year MBA PGPX is now almost 20 years. It's exactly 20 years old now. We started in 2006. Right. And the institute was actually formed in association with Harvard Business School, which not many know, the Ford Foundation and the Government of India and some industry stalwarts. Right. So the heart and soul of IIM Ahmedabad, or for that matter, any institute, is the faculty and the groundbreaking research that they do. Without that, I mean, it's just four walls and a building, right? So we have a very unique case-based methodology of teaching, wherein students are trained to think at a CXO level. And that's where decision making, which is most crucial, is actually taught, and the professor orchestrates that in the class and brings out and nurtures the perspective of the students. It's a very unique methodology of teaching, which is unique to IIMA. The faculty over here also not only teaches but also does a lot of research and works on various consultancies and projects with various corporates, including the government. So there are various government arms that our faculty are working with. There are various industry stalwarts that our faculty are working with, and their learnings which they impart over there have been converted into cases which are part of the case center at IIM Ahmedabad. These cases are bought by other institutes and are taught as well. So a lot of these cases are also imbibed into the learning and brought out in the classroom. And that's how the practical, actual knowledge of the professor, which is industry based, is also brought out in the classroom education. The campus is more than 100 acres big. The PGPX classes are run in the new campus, which is about 14 years old now. And there's a state-of-the-art sports complex with an indoor swimming pool. We have ATMs, F&B outlets. The institute itself is situated in the heart of the city. There's a mall which is like within 10 minutes walking distance. So there's lots happening in and around campus, right? I will skip the video to save time.
I
Uh,
have shown them all the videos and photos. I visited last
okay.
year to meet
What?
𝗵𝗵𝘁𝗀𝗪𝗓, Mayank, and Syed, uh,
Okay,
who
okay.
were in the last batch. And this
Okay.
year, as I said, nine of them are, plus my best friend is there. So I will definitely be visiting, and hopefully
Fantastic.
I get
So
to
I
meet
will
you,
not
sir.
touch a lot upon, the campus
Yeah.
and the life, but I would like to answer more questions which your
Yes,
students
please.
might have. So the a little bit about the program itself. It's an accelerated MBA which takes exactly 11 months to complete. It's 700 plus credit hours of work which is put in. The course is divided into across 5 terms. We call them induction, building blocks, preparing for top management, international immersion, which is term 3, wherein the entire batch is sent abroad to our partner institutes, and there's a global immersion which happens, and there's capstone, right? So students are taken through core courses and actually made to understand how an organization functions and are introduced to the various aspects of a company, right? And after that, in electives, students can select their favorite subjects and try to deep dive within those subjects, along with combinations of various other subjects which they wish to learn about. There are many rating agencies out there. Okay, IMA is amongst the top 2 or top 3 across the board on all of them. As far as FT ranking is concerned, I will just talk about this one. We are number 1 in the world for career progression. So our alums have been growing very fast once they are out in the market, and their career trajectories have simply shifted a whole notch higher once they have moved out of our program. Right. This is the industry distribution. A quick brief about the batch itself. The average age is about 31 years. We have 157 students in the current batch. The 26-27 batch is also about 157 as of now. 30% are women. The average work experience is 7 to 8 years. This part I'm sure all of you would be interested to know. The average GMAT score of the batch is 692. The average GMAT focus score is 642, and the average GRE is 322. So if you look at the industry distribution, this is the distribution of the entire batch also. Now, every cohort is a different mix, so it is not necessary that this will remain the same across. The admissions committee doesn't aim to achieve this in any way at all. So every individual candidate is looked at individually without keeping this in mind. So you can be rest assured of that. This is just a Sankey chart showing people transitioning and pivoting into different industries. They come from various industries and move on to different roles. Majority of them, of course, transition into management, senior management. We have a lot of people from government also who come in and they transition into management. So what the program offers is a platform for candidates to actually pivot in life and also get into something that they really wish to do. So I'll skip the video again. Again, IMA is not all work and no play. Students have a lot of fun on campus. The community is very close-knit. We have students with families staying on campus. We have married student housing, which is basically a one-bedroom apartment. And we have single student housing, which is one room and a bathroom. So every student has one individual room to himself or herself. So that's the again unique part about the program. And we have the new dorms which have been recently commissioned. All the PGPX students stay there. So now coming to the main point, what is it that IIM Ahmedabad is looking for, in the applicants, and what is the candidate, what are they looking for in an ideal candidate? See, the way teaching happens at IIM Ahmedabad is very immersive, right? It is, since it is a case-based methodology, a lot of contribution in the classroom is brought in by the cohort itself.
Right.
So once the batch is formed, we divide the batch into various syndicates. So we run the batch in 2 sections, and each section will have syndicates under them. So people are formed into groups. These groups are balanced in terms of gender, in terms of backgrounds, and there is a whole criteria in how we go about making this group. So when a case is brought in by the professor into the classroom, the students are expected to pre-read these cases, come into the classroom and discuss this. So the pre-reads happen again in these group syndicates. And it is the background of each student which will bring out a different perspective about the case into the discussions, into those classrooms. So it all again boils down to this, which is the crux of the admission of the candidate. When the admissions panelist is actually interviewing the candidate, he or she will look for this aspect a lot. Is the candidate capable enough to make those contributions in those conversations? That is the whole crux. Yes, your academic background will be looked at. The GMAT GRE score will be looked at for shortlisting for interviews. Your academic achievements and your career achievements will also be looked at and questioned and probed in the admissions interview. So you need to be very straightforward in your application. You have to try and bring out whatever are your strong academic aspects and whatever career achievements you had thus far in your career. And you need to be very clear in why you wish to do an MBA from IIMA. So these are some of the questions that certainly will be probed. Of course, the quality of your academic inclination, your quantitative strength, and your reasoning strength will be looked at by way of your essay probing and your extempore topics. So those topics will be impromptu, which will be given to you immediately over there. So this is in a nutshell what I have shared with you, and this is exactly what you need to keep in mind when you're applying for IIM. So, what is the criteria? You need to be a minimum of 25 years of age. You need a minimum of 4 years of experience and a bachelor's degree or equivalent in any discipline, right? The current fees is this. There is financial assistance also, which is available. Like Anshul mentioned, we have entry scholarships.
Yeah.
We also have something called exit scholarships, which are scholarships on graduation. Since last year, what we have started doing is we have started rolling out the scholarships along with the admissions offers so that you are aware of, the scholarship and it helps you plan financially as well. So again, extraordinary profiles are looked at, and I will take you through the scholarships also again and talk deeply into it. So these are entry scholarships. These are available for defense personnel, central and state government employees, foreign passport holders, non-male candidates, individuals with not-for-profit work experience, uh, people with medically verifiable disabilities, and anyone who has demonstrated something in sports or fine arts at a national or international level also. So the entry scholarship is a 25% off of the fees, and the scholarships on graduation is 15% of the fees. Right. Now there is a whole financial and aid committee. We once the admission offer is given, we roll it out again with the offer itself, and in your application form, you will be asked if you're interested to apply for an entry scholarship, and that's when the profile is looked at from that perspective as well. These are some important dates which you should keep in mind. We will be opening the admissions portal for 2026-27 batch now in July, July 7th to be precise. That's when the applications will open. The applications will close on September 8th, and after evaluations, we will shortlist people for interviews on by September 15th. Then there are personal interviews this time around in Ahmedabad, Delhi, and overseas for Zoom on Zoom for overseas candidates, and Bombay and Bangalore. I would strongly urge that if you can make it, then definitely come to Ahmedabad for your interview. Uh, you get to see the campus, first of all. Secondly, what we also do is for all of those who are coming to Ahmedabad, we also arrange a classroom interaction with our current batch. So there's a good chance to meet up with the students as well, and also maybe chat up with some of the professors who are free at that point in time. So it's a very good opportunity to learn more and also understand the campus life out there.
Yeah.
So I would recommend that. Uh, the results of round one will be announced October 31st, and round two similarly on Jan 20th. This time around, the only change that we are doing is we have reduced one round. Earlier, we used to do three. This time around, it's just going to be two. We've also reduced the number of cities, so it's just the metros and Ahmedabad. So all this information I'm sharing is already there on the website. The application portal will be open on 7th, so you can apply. This is just a roadmap in the same graphical format, the same dates which I just showed. Last but not the least, all our social media handles are extremely active.
Yeah.
We are present across all of them, like Anshul mentioned. So all those lovely videos, a lot of stories, a lot of success stories of our alums, a lot of success stories of students who have cracked interviews, what kind of questions they faced. Even the existing batch students are very forthcoming in terms of supporting aspirants. So feel free to just go on LinkedIn or any one of these platforms, reach out, and I'm sure you will get some sort of guidance from them. Apart from that, my team is also available at the program office at these numbers and this email ID. So feel free to write or just pick up the phone and have a chat in case you have some queries that need to be answered. Right. So I have purposely kept this presentation very short so that there is more time to have a conversation. So Anshul, over to you.
Yes, thanks a lot, Vikram sir. It really encapsulated everything that we wanted to know. Most of the things, few things we will ask you directly. Sir, before we uh, uh, ask something about application and essays and other things, uh, the process for IIM Ahmedabad is a bit different when you compare that to ISB PGP or IIM Bangalore EPGP or IIM Calcutta MBAX for that matter. The first stage is just a form. Uh,
Yes.
it's not just a form, it's a very detailed and descriptive form where one needs to include a lot about their academics, their job responsibilities, their switches, and of course, about their co curriculars, hobbies, everything. But the essay topics are not a part of the form. And you invite people for interviews just on the basis of that form, which of course also includes their GMAT or GRE score and their ACADS. So, how does that work? What exactly do you look at before inviting people for interviews? Because essays are not a part, which means they cannot be descriptive while describing who they are, or they cannot really deep dive into their profile, maybe into their personal struggles, personal stories. So, how does IIM Ahmedabad actually just reads the like non-descriptive bullet points and decide that this person should be invited for interview or not? What are the parameters you look at, if you can just elucidate for everyone here?
So that's a good question, Anshul, and thanks for asking that. So, as I mentioned, the entry scholarships is also part of the admissions offer rollout. So that's the reason why the application form is a little more elaborate because we intend to ensure that it captures the academic life of the candidate and the professional life of the candidate. Now, what we have seen unfortunately also is that people have mentioned very silly things in those applications.
Yes.
To cite an example, oh, I participated in a NCC camp in my 10th standard. Give
Yeah.
me a entry scholarship. Doesn't work like that. So, we require quality, and hence there are so many information which we try to capture. Now, the shortlist for interview happens for people who have decent academic capabilities and some sort of a professional, you know, trajectory already happening, and the GMAT GRE score. Now, there is a large role which the score plays, no doubt about it.
The GMAT
So,
score or the
yeah,
ACAD
the
score?
GMAT, the GMAT Focus, the Classic, and the GRE. So
Okay.
these three scores play a larger part. But
Mm-hmm.
having said that, even the entire academic and the professional journey also plays a decisive factor. So I would encourage all the participants here to ensure that you take your time, gather all the information, and then fill up that form with the minutest detail that you can possibly do.
Right.
Hence, this is the reason why we keep a large gap between the opening of the portal and the closing of the portal. So you can very well go ahead and register on the 7th, no problem. It will create a page for you. It will create the landing page for you and give you your own login. But by that time, you can go through the form, ensure that you have collected all the information, and be very careful when you fill it. Also, let's say you get the admissions eventually after the interviews. when it comes to offering the entry scholarship, the financial aid committee also revisits this application. So it also captures what kind of other achievements you had. So be very careful when you are filling up these achievements. There need to be achievements, right? It shouldn't be just because you need to fill that box, hence something is put in there. It has to be an achievement. You have to ask yourself, is it a decent achievement that I can put it up to the admissions committee of IIM Ahmedabad?
Okay. Now, people are asking, how do you actually quantify the different acads? Some people have a GPA, some people have percentage, even GPA differs. Some people have GPA out of 10, some people have GPA out of 4. So, do you have a standardization process for that?
Um, well, like I said, the GMAT GRE score plays a larger role when it comes to the academic background. So honestly, we are not so very keen to know how much you scored in your 10th, 12th,
Only
because
graduation is
once
minimum.
you once you get into IIM Ahmedabad, then all that gets overwritten anyways.
Okay.
So it's your GMAT GRE score, which has a higher interest of IIMA. And after that, I would say it's more on the professional career side as well.
So, you were saying UG score is also not very important. GMAT GRE is the sole important factor for
Well,
acads.
you need to be a graduate to
Huh.
apply. So we presume that you've done a 10, 12, and then plus 3. So those details also need to be shared.
Okay, but while looking at the parameters to decide finally to give an admit or not, GMAT GRE score is,
GMAT GRE will have a higher weightage.
and what about the
Higher.
weightage for your undergrad score?
Uh, Not much, to be honest.
Not much. Okay, that's what we wanted to be very clear about.
So
Okay,
I would encourage people not to worry too much about how they did in 10th, 12th, UG. Have a decent GMAT score. I just showed you guys the average scores of the current batch. If you have scores which are around this region, then I would encourage you to apply.
okay. Uh, Thank you. Vikram sir, okay, that part is clear. You will look at the GMAT score and also you look at the professional trajectory of the candidate, as well as extracurricular also, because that has also been extensively asked. And then you will be inviting people for the interview round. So that's pretty much clear. Now, what role does the essays play? Because now they have to write 3 essays within a period of 2 days. 48 hours is generally provided to write the essays. So the essays solely, do they have any weightage in the final process? That okay, this is the quality of the essay. This much marks I have provided only for the essays. Will it get counted in in the overall picture?
So the essays are important, yes. How are they important? Because they are the interview panelists will go through it before inviting the candidate into the room for interviews. So there
Right,
is probing that happens on these essays.
right.
A big word of caution to everybody over here. I know this is the world surrounded by chat GPTs and Geminis of the world.
Yes,
It's very easy to generate an essay within 24
yes.
minutes these days, forget 24 hours. So be very careful. What you know, these tools are there to perhaps help you grammatically and correctness of the language, but when it comes to the content, it is very crucial that it be original.
Yeah.
Because trust me, when the IMA professors are sitting and probing you on it, there is no way to work around
We know the story, sir. We have
it.
done roundtable
And there are
meetings with
plenty
all admits.
stories,
Yeah.
like Anshul mentioned, all over the net
Yes. No, no.
unnecessarily. I mean, it negates all the hard work that you would have done across your academic life, across your professional life. It takes a lot of work to get through GMAT, GREs and get decent scores. So after reaching that stage, don't be lazy. So take the time to put in the work, because trust me, once you make it into IMA, also it's the same story. You will have to put in the time to put in the work and bring out original content.
Okay. So,
Again, I would like to add one more point here. Apart from the essays, what is also very crucial is the extempore topics.
Yes.
Yeah, because that is impromptu. So the essay might be very well written. It might have excellent quality, content. You had time to sit and think and make it. But when it comes to extempore topics, that's where your real gray matters will be challenged. So you need to prepare on those topics. If you reach out to a current batch and even alums, they will share what kind of topics are there and how they argued them out. And mind you, these are IIMA professors. They are the best minds in the country, if not the world. Then it's not easy to beat around the bush. You'll have to be very specific.
Correct. So again, sir, just to confirm before we proceed to the next question, there is no weightage given exclusively to the quality of the essays. Is that correct?
Well, so let me put it this way. There is no formula as such that, oh, essay is 5 out of 10, for example.
Okay, there are no such formula.
There is no formula as such. It is there, all this is there to gauge the candidate in the interview. Hence, each interview takes about half an hour to 45 minutes
Yes.
to an hour. So the IMA faculty is taking that time out to really filter everything and really get a deeper understanding of the candidate. And these are all mechanisms to do that,
Okay.
be it the essay or be it the extempore or be it some achievement that the candidate has mentioned in their
Right.
application
Right.
or their academic journey or their professional life. So
Right. Okay, sir. Got it. So can we agree on this? And please correct me if I'm wrong. Once someone reaches the interview stage, on the basis of the form, then it is all about the performance in the extempore in the interview.
yes.
Okay, so then the GMAT score or their ACATs or the quality of the essays will not matter. Only the performance in that interview and the extempore will matter, and that will eventually decide if the person is getting an admit or not.
Yeah, because see, the GMAT score, the previous academics was all looked at
Correct.
to shortlist for interview.
Correct.
So that was stage one.
Correct.
Stage two is the interview now. So
Right.
the panelists will deep dive not just on the extempore, but on anything and everything which is there. Your
Yes.
entire application
Yes.
form will be in front of the two panelists, and they will go about asking anything under the sun when it comes to that application.
Okay. That cleared a lot of doubt, Vikram sir. Thanks a lot.
Mhm.
Now, this is strictly on the basis of the feedback and the review given by people from last year. There were two different and very polar opposite set of feedback given by people. They said that there was one panel is kind of nice and they are kinder to people while taking the interview. Of course, there are cross questions during the extempore. There is deep diving during the actual interview. Both are doing the same. I mean, all the panels are doing the same, but there is one panel which is distinctly kind and kind of more respectful, while the other panel is also respectful, obviously, but they are a bit on the face. They are a bit explicit in showing their pleasure or displeasure from the responses of the candidate. So, how are we standardizing it? Two different kind of very polar opposite experiences given by the candidates who are interviewing.
Well, you'll be surprised. I mean, there are times when the very sweet professors have rejected many candidates also. So,
Yes, yes,
uh, so it doesn't always appear. What happens really doesn't really always appear as it seems. So interviewing is an individual process. Everyone has their own technique of interviewing these candidates. And let me tell you, there have been instances where the candidate has just not been able to defend or perhaps explain what he or she has themselves written on the application.
yes.
So at that point in time, it becomes very difficult even for the panelists. I've had many conversations with these professors who have been taking interviews,
Hmm.
and trust me, it takes a toll because in one day they're doing 15, 12 odd interviews throughout the day
Correct.
continuously for 4 days, and it does tend to become quite a bit. Uh, but again, that's the reason why I very strongly recommend that please be very straightforward in the application.
Yes.
So, any if you're trying to beat around the bush or try to lie or try to show off an achievement which you've not really done, you will get caught because these are IMA professors. There is no there is no bypassing them. They will catch you. So it's detrimental. It's not really going to help you in your process. Uh, and that's when the mirror is shown at times, candidates really say that, oh, professor was rude. But that's the reality you have to deal with.
Yes, I mean, we are not complaining. It was just an observation, sir. And I wanted to ask this I mean, not really reasons behind it. Obviously, they are
Yeah,
senior and they know what they're doing, and they are doing it since decades, if not
yeah,
years. So I
yeah,
just wanted to, clarify
yeah.
about this. Okay.
Sure, sure.
Sir, any reasons round three has been eliminated this year? Just curious, out of
No
curiosity.
particular reason as such. We we were seeing many candidates trying to reapply.
Mhm.
Anyways, reapplications we stopped.
Yes, you
Uh,
stopped 2 years ago.
Yeah, so we thought 3 rounds was a bit too much anyways. This
Just
was
to, sir, just to clear for everyone, reapplicants means people who are rejected in round one reapplying in round two. You
yes,
don't
within the
ban
same year.
reapplicants from the
Even
past year.
now, if you're rejected in round one, do not apply in round two because it will not go through.
Yeah, but you don't ban the rejected
No,
people
no, no,
from
not
last
at all.
year.
No, no, not at all.
Yeah, just
Last year
wanted
can
to.
apply again.
Yes.
So, I mean, it was a 3 rounds actually came out during the time of COVID. That's when
Okay.
we also saw a big surge in applications. There were people who have either lost jobs or really wanted to upskill and reskill. So, we also wanted to filter out the candidates even better.
Right.
Uh, so, but now we feel that, 2 rounds are okay and doable, manageable.
Okay.
So we are doing that.
Thank you, sir. So, any difference between round one and round two? Is
Ah,
any one of
yes.
these rounds preferable for scholarship, for chances of admit, or anything like that?
I mean, there's so many times I get asked this question, and let me assure everyone here that there is absolutely no difference between the 2 rounds at all. So there is no mandate that X has to be done in R1 and Y has to be done in R2. So it is absolutely the same. There is no benefit, there is no advantage or disadvantage applying in any. The only reason why multiple rounds exist is so that candidates are aware that the admission cycle is open and people can plan better. So, if you want to take a go again at GMAT or a GRE, you can do that. There is ample time between now July and January. So, the way the international markets also work is a lot of international institutes also start their cycle around August, September.
Right.
So we try and match with that as well, so that students can take an informed decision if they have offers from two countries. So it's to make the candidate's life also easy. So that's actually the reason why these multiple rounds exist. And I think it's the same formula applied across various institutes.
Okay. So this question might sound very silly, but because people wanted to ask, so I am asking this to
Please
you.
go ahead.
Extempore people are allowed to change the topic once.
Yes.
Is it seen negatively if someone changes the topic?
No, I don't think so. If so, there are many examples. If it's a topic which is completely off, where the person has had no knowledge or is from a very very different industry,
Correct.
person has that option. But once you take up topic number two,
Hmm.
then that's it. There is no going back.
Yes. So, like, If
Right.
someone chooses another topic, he or she is not
No, no,
considered.
not at all. So there is no negative marking. There is no black spot put anywhere. So it makes no difference to the application.
Okay. Now, about WorkX, someone with higher WorkX, will he or she get some extra weightage just because the number of years of work experience is higher?
No, and it goes the other way around as well.
Right.
So lower experience gets higher marks or something like that is also not really a thing. So it's again, it's not the number of years. So I would like everyone to just focus on what I'm saying here right now. It's not really the number of years of experience. It's the quality of work which has been put in that experience. So you will certainly be probed a lot on your achievements and what you have actually done in your career so far. So I can tell you what is the kind of candidate IIMA does not want.
Okay.
Somebody who has been working for many years, has had no achievement, not moving up the career ladder any or going anywhere, and thinking, oh, you know what, let me get an MBA and then retry. Such a candidate will get, highlighted very quickly and will not get selected.
Right.
So, we need people who really literally have fire in their belly, who have done something and they want to do more by upskilling and reskilling themselves and really make a difference out there in the market. So that's the kind of candidate that IIMA wants. So
Okay.
number of years of experience is actually immaterial. That's why we've kept it just at 4 years. But in 4 years, we expect that the candidate understands the market scenario in whichever industry he or she is working and has had some sort of achievements under the belt to highlight in that interview. Because
So,
it all again boils back, goes back to the classroom experience. So they look at it, the professors look at it from a classroom experience perspective and also from the potential of the candidates getting hired.
right.
Eventually,
Employability of
the
the
person
candidate.
has to be employed also, and we are putting that student at the end of the year in front of a corporate and saying, you know what, this person is one of our best. He needs to be recruited.
Okay. Sir, fine enough. I take that. During the interview, uh, you already mentioned what kind of candidates the IMA doesn't want. What kind of candidates IMA will reject? What kind of interview experience will lead to a sure shot rejection? If we can spend
Sure,
1 minute
short
on that.
rejection.
Yeah, like you say something so stupid that the IMA professor would be like, no, no, we are not taking you. Malab, something should that must be avoided.
Well, if you lie, then
Mhm.
that's it. If
Okay.
anyone is lying on their application, on their resume, or something they claim that they have done and actually not done or don't have any idea about it, then that's a big red flag. Because IMA produces corporate leaders who are responsible, and if integrity is questionable, then they will not get through.
Right.
So my recommendation again, as I shared in my presentation, is to be extremely straightforward. I have seen many candidates who have had good careers, who have had some good professional experience, have had decent scores, but eventually get rejected because they just thought that they can be one up by showcasing something which they didn't do. And it's very easy to find that out in
Yeah,
the
yeah.
interview. Please understand the IMA faculty, there are 115 of them. They are the ones who interview all the candidates across all programs at IMA. And they do this multiple times over many years. So it's
Right.
very easy for them to, catch someone who's lying. So I think a very big red flag or an outright rejection would be a lie.
Okay, sir. Makes sense. Now, about the alumni status, people are asking, are PGPX people are at par with PGP uh, alums with respect to the alumni status and all the benefits that the alumni get?
Sorry, I didn't get the question. So people think that there is a difference in the states.
They're asking, is there any difference?
Oh, okay. No, so the answer is absolutely not. So, an IMA alum is an IMA alum, irrespective of which program he or she is passing out of. And the alumni community out there is very large. Yes, there are more 2-year MBA alums out there because the PGP 2-year MBA has been around for 60 years. So imagine those number of alums are there across the world. The PGPX 1-year MBA has been around for 20 years. So you have about roughly maybe 10, 12,000 odd students out there. But when it comes to each city has an alumni chapter. Okay.
Hmm.
And that chapter openly welcomes all the alums who have passed out from the institute.
Right.
So it is not just the long duration programs, but it is also the short duration programs, which are I think 6 months or 7 months, which we run at executive education. They also receive alumni status. Even they are invited to these chapter meets and events.
Okay.
So it's a fairly large group out there, and every city across the world has these chapters, and they are very, very active. This is why I would recommend that everyone here follows us on our social media handles, because a lot of alumni are very active and they actively contribute a lot. So you get to understand when these events happen, you get to see their photos, the videos, their stories. So long story short, there is no difference in the alumni status at all.
And the alumni portal, everyone, all PGPX people get access to the same portal that PGP people
Yes,
get access to.
yes, yes, yes.
Okay. Thank you. Which schools are participating this year for international immersion? If you can just.
So, yeah, sure. It's already out there on our website and our
Okay.
brochure.
Okay.
So we have ESCP in
Just like last year.
France. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have ESCP, wherein they have two campuses in Paris, one in Paris,
Yeah.
France, and one in Germany, Berlin. We have ISADE. They have again two campuses in Spain.
Hmm.
We have Vienna University, which is in Vienna, and there is
Hmm.
ESSEC again in Paris. So this year also the current cohort is going to be going there. And IIP normally happens in September, so it's middle of September for 2 weeks.
Okay. Uh, sir, now talking about consulting and VC placements, uh, other top consulting firms like MBB is coming to recruit specifically from PGPX?
So if you look at the last few years, okay, there are many consultants, many consulting agencies who have recruited. And even currently, if your students go to LinkedIn and see, many of our alumni are already working. So be it MBBS, all of them. So they have PGPX alums working there. So it depends again very much on market situation from year to year. And a lot depends also on the cohort mix. So the way placements works is that it is absolutely student driven, because at IMA we don't really get them just jobs. It's not just to get a job for the 158 students, but it is to ensure that there is a recruiter-recruitee fit,
Hmm.
which is why the students can keep one offer in hand, reject it or not reject it, and still sit for the next interview. So, these are possibilities at IMA, which happens because the number of offers that roll in are way higher than the number of students anyways. So it's the recruiter-recruitee fit. There are many times that the students are looking for something unique. So the institute waits until such time that that happens. So yeah, there are across industries depending on the cohort mix that they come.
Okay. For GMAT, would you or GRE as well, would you also look at sectional cutoff of quant, DI, verbal, or you would only look at the final numbers?
No, we are only looking at the final one.
Okay. And sir, if someone is unemployed right now at the time of applying, but had good amount of experience so far with good achievements as well, will it be uh, kind of considered negative? Uh,
No, not at all. I think so. There are many instances. There has to be a good reason why the person is not employed. For example, if you're a woman and you took a break to bring a child into the world, right? So that's a fantastic reason. Uh, there could be some other reason where someone started, for example, a startup,
Hmm.
and it is running successfully, and the person wants to now upskill and reskill, hence looking at IMA 1 year MBA. So there could be various reasons why the person is not employed at the moment or wanting to take a break. So again, it all boils down to your story and your explanation of your situation.
Okay, so thanks a lot. Now a question about reapplicant. I have had reapplicants successfully making it to IIM Ahmedabad PGPX in their next attempt. Mayank was one of them last year. Mayank Gupta, who is currently at KIC, great candidate. I mean, I really liked him as a candidate. Okay, will you provide feedback to reapplicants this year that what went wrong in their last attempt if they seek feedback?
So, as much as we would love to, because of the sheer volumes that come in, it's really not possible to go back to each and every candidate and explain to the candidate what was the outcome, why this and why that. So we don't really provide individual feedback.
Okay, no problem. Okay. Uh, Now I would request people to ask the questions in the chat uh, and just be a bit practical while asking questions and a bit mature as well. Requesting all of you don't ask something which is extremely explicit or which can be derived from a general common sense. Uh, and Vikram sir, I
One
hope
caveat
you.
to that, I will reserve the right to answer or not answer.
Of course, of course, sir. But I don't also want you
Yeah,
to kind of waste your time on a
understandable.
Saturday night. We are already so thankful to you that you have given your time to us. But I hope, sir, for a few more minutes you can stay with us.
No, sure, please go ahead.
Yes. So,
Anyone has any
guys,
questions,
feel free
please.
to use this time and ask all your queries. Uh, and
While
one
people
very
are
interesting question, sir, that PGPX is going into its 20th year. So, anything special you people are planning?
special, well, the program is expanding and crossing boundaries. We are now coming up with a campus in Dubai, and the program that we are starting the campus with is the 1 year MBA. So that's, I think, a big step forward for the program after 20 years.
Okay, fine enough.
So while people are thinking and getting around typing their questions, I would just like to say that there is a whole list of webinars that IIM Ahmedabad also does, which you'll
Yes.
find on our website. Okay, so if maybe I can quickly take you through it. I'll just share my screen. Um, share. So if you go to, is my screen visible?
Yes, it's visible.
All right. So if you go to the website, this is IIMA PGPX, you'll find everything over here. All
Hmm.
right. So if you click on this, you get the brochure. There's a link here. If you go to webinars, then there's a list of all the upcoming webinars here. The first one is on 4th of July.
So
Then,
your screen is not moving. Can you?
oh, it's not moving.
No, it's not moving.
Is it moving now?
Unfortunately, no. Is the same case for me or for you guys also? Others also, it's a problem.
Anshul, we can only see the PPT.
Yeah, we can only see the PPT, sir. Can you?
How about now?
Uh, yes, it is visible
Got
now.
it?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you click on webinars over here, this is our website. You'll get a list of all the upcoming webinars. So there's one planned on 4th of July, where the admissions chairperson, Professor Saurabh Vora, will be giving a chat on the entire program and we'll be answering a lot of questions. And various individual topics which are interesting for every candidate. For example, there's one for women applicants. There is a master class on the IIMA pedagogical framework. There's something on entrepreneurship. So there are a lot of topics which are there, right? So again, if you go to on the top and go to admissions, you'll find all the dates over here. You'll find the criteria. You'll find the roadmap to the admissions. There are 2 rounds with all the dates. So with all the steps. So feel free to visit this, and whatever information I shared in my PPT is all already there.
Okay.
Yes. So we can.
Fine enough. Thanks a lot, sir. I would share it again with the candidates in our community so that they can have a look later. Now, frequent job switches, are they considered negative by IIM Ahmedabad?
No, not really. I'm sure, but you will certainly be probed into why the job switch.
Okay.
Was it that there was something you wished to do and the organization was not able to give you that opportunity, or whatever is the reason? There are job switches which happen for multiple reasons. It could be growth in something that you are interested in, or another some sort of other growth. So that needs to be explained, and that surely will be probed. So multiple job changes is not an issue.
Okay.
The reason is probed.
Now, as you already showed in the presentation in the beginning, Vikram sir, that the admission criteria emphasize career progression as an important factor. How do you evaluate career growth for applicants in government roles? I'm sure there is some way, because there are so many government candidates, ex-government employees in the current batch as well. Because for government employees, promotions and title changes may not occur frequently despite increasing responsibilities and impact. So how do you quantify that or judge that?
Well, that's a great question, Anshul. So, yes, PSUs and government organizations work in a very different manner. But again, when it comes to career progression, and career achievements, it's not all about how many promotions you got or how many awards you won. It's about, what are the changes that you brought about. It could be anything. It could be any small achievement, any big achievement. So in the entire career span in the government agency where that the candidate has worked in, what has the person done different from all the other employees? That is something that the panel will certainly probe into. So if somebody who's been working in a government job for 10 years, 15 years, 18 years, and not getting anywhere, hence thinking, chalo, MBA karte hain, let's give it a shot. That will be difficult, to get through. But yes, somebody who's worked for equally long years but has multiple achievements and has really made a difference in the job, in the organization, yes.
Okay, that was very clear, sir. Thanks a lot. And what about lawyers, advocates?
So we've had many lawyers in the program. In fact,
Okay.
the batch has lawyers. So lawyers again come in different from different backgrounds. They could be having their own practice or could be working in some legal firm. So you will be probed perhaps on the kind of cases that you handled or what kind of difference you have made in the firm that you're working for. So it will not be something like a typical corporate career. But again, I would like you to look at the interview questions very differently. It's not about, oh, in 4 years I got 3 promotions. Oh, in 4 years my salary was X, now it is Y. Not about that. It's about the how much is your work matching with your passion, and eventually is it aligned with what you wish to do. So
Okay.
it all comes back to probing on your achievements. You could be a lawyer, you could be a chef, you could be in the armed forces, you could be working in the government. It really doesn't matter. It's about what you have done. That is important.
Okay, point taken, sir. Uh, Someone has asked a very specific question, but because we have time, we'll ask. Is working on a provisional patent considered as a valid extracurricular activity?
Sorry, come again. A provisional what?
Patent.
Patent.
Yeah.
Patent. Okay, okay. So, as an extracurricular,
Yes, as a valid extracurricular activity.
yeah, sure, go for it. I mean, if it is something, if it's been patented, that means it's something unique, which doesn't exist out there. And if it is something really significant, then, and it is an achievement, you should highlight it. So I
There,
would encourage you to
there
highlight
is
it.
one more question, sir. It's from me actually, not from anyone in the group. In your form filling, you do not ask, it's not mandatory to upload the proofs or certificates for all the achievements or extracurricular that people are claiming to be. If someone is not uploading, because not all the extracurricular or let's just say achievements will have a certificate attached with it. If someone is not attaching a proof, will it be not considered or will it be considered negatively?
Well, we will require some sort of proof. I mean, there has to be something. There have been times wherein some, for example, some employment documentation is still pending from the corporate. So we understand, we take an undertaking from the student.
Okay.
By XYZ date, they will give it. But
Okay.
eventually, supposed to get us something. So, for example, someone says, "Oh, I won the national billiards competition." There has to be something. There must be a trophy. There must be a certificate. There must be a photograph. There must be a news article. So that something has to be given. Because see, please understand, the application form also decides on the scholarships, and it's a significant amount. It's about 25% of the fees. So the committee which is sitting and going through the application and making these decisions will need to see something.
Okay. Point taken, sir. Uh, what are the job prospects and the placement scenario for tech people? I mean, people who are from a tech background and want to make their career, let's just say in tech consulting or product management.
Endless.
Yes. I would
Endless
say
is
the
my
same.
only one word answer that I can give.
Yeah.
See, when it comes to placements, there are two kinds of candidates who generally come, There is one who is very clear. I am from tech. I wish to get into consulting and get into that kind of a role. And very clear. And that's the path that the person has been walking on. And it's evident in the career progression thus far. The candidate joins the institute, the program, picks up subjects and electives, all which are, within that space. Fair enough. So the place firm will be formed and they will start looking for companies within that space and they will come and interview. Then there is the second type of candidate who says, you know what, I have done all these good things in my companies, great, but I still don't know what I wish to do.
Mhm.
That's also a good place to be. Okay. So you need to be clear to the admissions interview panelists that, you know what, I'm not very clear at this point in time, but I wish to go through the program and understand how a company runs in the first place.
Right.
Because in the last 4 years or 5 years, you could be working only in one department of a very large organization and you don't have exposure to other departments. And so you don't know maybe how an HR functions or how marketing functions or how finance functions. So IIM Ahmedabad's 1 year MBA will take you through how an organization works through the core courses. And once you have gone through that, then you decide what you wish to do and then pivot or move into something that you really, something that appeals to you. And then pick up elective courses which will train you in that. Hence, the placement process also happens later in the year. So there are we also tie up with an external agency to train you on soft skills, on profile building, on interview skills, on how to crack interviews and stuff like that. But that all that is superficial and will happen only once you are clear on what needs to be done. At the stage of admission, you might not have clarity, but then please be upfront and be honest about it rather than going around the bush, because the panelists will appreciate that honesty, that you wish to learn in the program and understand how the company functions. So please understand the program trains you to think like a CXO, right? It will teach you decision making skills in a world of like today, which is surrounded with AI, which is surrounded with big data. And all this has to be analyzed, and then you have to arrive at a decision in the organization that you work for. And eventually, we are looking for brand ambassadors. So we need you to represent IIMA brand once you pass out.
Yes.
So, like I said, the opportunities are endless. I have seen people pivoting from different backgrounds into absolutely different backgrounds. So, and it is all possible. And it is the student that makes it possible.
Okay.
So in PGPX, we call X as the X factor. The X factor is the student.
Okay. That's nice to hear. Okay. Sir, about placement process, I just correct me if I'm wrong. It is student-led even for PGPX, right?
Yes.
How do you ensure fairness in the entire process if it's student-led?
So the placement committee is student elected. So there is a constitution that the student body works under.
Mm-hmm.
There is a legislation. There is a election committee again student run, and everything is overseen by a professor. So there is the final guidance is by an IIMA professor. And once the placement committee is made, then there is a chairperson placements, who is again an IIMA faculty.
Mm-hmm.
So everything happens under the leadership of the IIMA faculty. So there is absolute transparency and super fairness in everything that IIMA does. To such an extent that, I mean, we are audited by CAG
Right.
of India,
Yeah.
right? So all our documents, placement reports, even if somebody is left unplaced, it is mentioned over there and it is published and put on the website.
Yes.
So I will encourage all your students to go through those reports, study them. You'll actually understand where people come from and where they have gone.
I've already sent all of these things to them, sir.
Great, great. So IIMA has various committees, various bodies, various policies to ensure that things are run very fairly and in a very, very transparent manner.
Right. And that's, I also got to know recently from Swati, who is in the current batch, that even for the resume that one would be using for placement purposes, that's also needs to be vetted by the ex-employers.
Yes.
That's some crazy level of transparency and extremely, I mean, I respect that a lot. That would also give a lot of confidence to your recruiters, that if I'm coming to this school and I'm coming for this program to recruit someone, I'm literally getting a very transparent and completely 100% vetted profiles here. So
Absolutely.
yes,
And see,
no,
Anshul, eventually everything is linked. Hence, when you ask me what is the biggest red flag in admissions, it is a lie.
yes,
Because eventually the corporates are our customers
right,
and the students are our raw material. They are being
right,
finished and then presented in front of the customers.
right.
So, we can't have a faulty product.
Right. That's really commendable, and no wonder you are choosing
That
crème
is
de la
why
crème.
IIMA is where we are.
Talking about tech placement, I just wanted to add I'm just checking who asked this. Swati asked this last year. We had Syed Abdus Sattar, who cracked 5B schools, including ISB and IIM Ahmedabad PGPX, and he's a core tech guy. He's always done tech and PM, and he did a lot of research, uh, like weeks and weeks of research, and eventually ended up at IIM Ahmedabad
Excellent.
PGPX. So I think that answers everything. Okay. There is no LOR at IIM Ahmedabad. Any reasons for that, sir? No letter of recommendation has been asked.
No, it has not been there, so we really don't wish to put it.
Okay. Is there any
And
special?
honestly, LORs are very easy to get. I mean, it's Eventually, it's the interview
I
which
know
is
what you mean.
deciding. So you may have an LOR from the who's who of the world and still get rejected.
Right. Uh, now, is there some special assistance provided for people who want to completely change their career path, like pivot to, let's just say, a very different industry or a very different domain or function?
Yes, absolutely. So we work with an external agency who are experts when it comes to profile building and preparation for interviews. So there are a whole lot of mock interviews which are arranged for the entire batch.
Okay.
And we bring in industry stalwarts, ex-CXOs to take these interviews.
Mhm.
And then a very candid feedback is shared with the candidate, with the student, right? And it helps the student to make several corrections,
Okay.
how to approach a certain role in a certain industry, what it takes. In fact, this happens also just before the elective season starts.
Okay.
So the students can select their courses according to that also. So, there is a lot of hand-holding and a lot of guidance that the institute does to each and every student,
Okay.
and it is very unique in the way that we do it. So again, it comes as a lot of feedback from the placecom and from the vertical heads based on student profiles and the profile committees that go through each and every student's profile, and basis that this program is designed. So pivoting is not really a problem. You see many
So,
pivoting.
talking about the validation part, if someone did a project in his or her first job with a person who is not working with that company anymore, how will validation work in that case? If someone wants to put that project in the resume, how IIM Ahmedabad will validate that project because the ex-manager is not even working in that firm. In that case, what one can do?
So the placement committee comes up with a rule book every
Okay.
year, and all there are a lot of policies which they lay down, a lot of do's and don'ts. So
Okay.
all these kind of situations are also covered. There are ways to work with these kind of scenarios.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I would not like to give one standard answer on this because at times this changes from
Right.
cohort to cohort.
Right.
So the placement committee, the RS, the recruitment secretary, and the recruitment secretary were recently elected in the current batch.
Mm-hmm.
So now they'll be forming these rules, and once they share it, then I can perhaps comment on it.
Okay. Makes sense. So
I think we
that's
have time enough for maybe two questions more.
okay. Uh, is the batch size fixed? Like 160 is the
As of now, it's 158. We it the board decides on the batch sizes, and
but
it
you
is
have permission for 160 from the government if I'm not wrong, right?
yes.
Okay. And
So
49% would be the reserved seats according to government guidelines.
we follow the government reservation
Okay.
processes. So that is
Okay.
also listed on the website.
Okay, it's on the website. Okay. Sir, that's it from our side. And I really thank you a lot. It's been 1 hour and 18 minutes. And thank you for your time. And as I said, I visit the campus every year to meet my students. This year, I'd be glad if I can meet you as well. Uh,
Sure. Please come across whenever you are here next.
no, I will take
Would be
appointment when you are
great
available
to
in the
meet you and
campus.
meet up.
Then only I will come. So looking forward to meet you in person and know more. Because ISB, I know everything. I'm being an alum, but
You passed
last
out from ISBS.
sorry.
You are from ISB, right?
Yes,
I
sir.
just
I'm PGP
checked.
class of 2018.
Okay. Nice.
But as I said, last year when we got 11 admits, I decided that we should now talking directly to the AdCom as well and getting some more insights from them. So I would be coming to the campus and I'd be meeting you very soon, mostly before R1 submission deadline only. So
Sure, most welcome. It'll be our privilege to have you across.
yes,
Come over, we'll have a lunch together or something and catch up.
sure, sir.
Also, I would like to thank everyone in the audience here today for sparing the time to listen to me. I have been as candid as possible, and I wish you all the very best in your journeys. And hope to see you in R1 or R2.
All of them will apply, sir. Most of them are serious applicants here. So,
Great, great.
okay.
I wish everyone the best.
Thank you. Thanks a lot,
Thank
sir.
you.
Thanks a lot for your time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.